Bill. I think we got us a theme song, man. I think we do. I like it.
Hey, shout out to me.
Ah,
Hey, Johnny, I'm just so happy to be here. I'm so grateful to be of service and give out this wisdom and knowledge to men of all ages that needed a little bit of help. And fellas, there is nothing wrong with asking for a little bit of help. Okay, that's why we're here. So put your questions in the comments, or you can call in. I'll get our call-in lines open here real soon. Johnny, it's Bumble tonight. So before I bring out the lovely ladies, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody watching tonight, sir?
well, like Uncle Bill says, I'm Johnny Dumbbell. I'm a personal trainer and lifestyle coach out here in beautiful Pittsburgh. Actually, building on what he was saying, if you have questions that we'd like for us to read and go over with you on our Monday night show, I did put my email in the live chat. If you're watching it on my channel, that's where you would send those. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about my successes. All right, maybe a little bit. But mostly I'm here to talk about my failures. And that means my failures when it comes to self-respect, self-confidence, dating, women, relationships, God, finances, stupid things. Here's the thing, guys. We can be calculated in a lot of what we do. But love, romance, and saxophone can make you do some pretty crazy things. If one of those crazy thoughts is in your head and you're thinking about doing this crazy thing that you wouldn't really do for any other reason in the world, please, before you do it, talk to one of us. Chances are one of us has done it, and learn the hard way why you don't do it. In short, we are the uncles that the whole family talks about. And once you learn the morals of our stories, maybe you can avoid the same mistakes. You can learn a lot from us, guys.
Shout out to Johnny Dumbbell. Now allow me to introduce
Uncle
myself.
Bill, let's do this.
My name is William. Let me welcome you to my channel. It's called William the Conqueror. And nephews, I only got one question for you tonight. Can you even conquer yourself? I'm talking about self-discipline. Now, Johnny and I often talk about how you should conduct yourself as a man. But on Thursday nights, we show you how to conduct yourself around women, because that's part of manhood too. So we're bringing out the Bumble profiles. We're breaking them down for you fellas. Ask your questions. We're going to help you read between the lines. We're going to give you the game, the little subtleties and nuances, the little hacks to online dating that you need to step your own game up. And nephews, if you're having problems with your online dating profile, let us know down in the comments. I'd be more than happy to spend a little bit of time with you and get you on point. That's what we're here for.
All right.
All right, Johnny. Now, I have previewed the first profile this evening, and we have the lovely Liz. Now, let's check Liz out, shall we?
Surely.
Okay, not a bad picture. About Liz. We got a small bio here, Johnny. It says, ready to be a housewife, but dating is horrendous.
Bless that bitch.
Okay. So I think that there's a few different ways we could interpret something like that. I like that. I like the housewife. I like the traditional idea. But I think that there's there's definitely this school of thought that would say behind a statement like that is something like, I'm looking for a guy who's going to pay all the bills. And, I haven't really fully described what I mean by a housewife. So we're going to, we have no idea what her rendition of a housewife would be. So, I mean, while that does sound kind of nice on the surface, that, hey, maybe she has the purest intentions. Remember that through the vetting process, you're going to have to figure out whether that means I want to be in this submissive feminine role, or I really just don't want to work and need somebody to take care of me.
Now, I believe the dating is horrendous part. And nephews, let me give you a little bit of game right here. You should
having a hard time finding a rich guy.
You should never be threatened by a woman's DMs. The people that try to slide into her inbox. Look, women get their pick of the guys they don't want. But when it comes down to real men, genuine, authentic men that know how to lead, that know how to turn her on, we are few and far between. So when she says dating is horrendous, I believe that 110%. She is not getting the kind of guy that she wants.
Yeah. I mean, I think what she's talking about is sifting through an infinitely full inbox of guys who are mostly given the company line as the opening statement, whatever it happens to be. So, I mean, there is definitely a need to stand out. I think that especially when you're and there's only so much standing out you can do if somebody's getting 95 messages an hour. But the thing of it is there are a few ways that you can kind of spruce things up when you send that message. Uncle Bill, I believe you have a method you like to share.
Oh, well, and I'll tell you what, nephews, I have a couple matches waiting for me. And if I match with any of these women live tonight, I'm going to go ahead and give you the game on how to get at them. Now, Uncle Johnny's right. You need to stand out. Now, to do that, we're not doing that back and forth, boring ass text messaging like you're playing tennis with her. Forget that. We are sending an audio message. Okay. Most women have never heard something like that on Bumble. Most guys don't even know how to get into the audio messages. You actually have to back out of the keyboard and it'll bring up a little microphone, nephews. And that's where you start with an audio message and introduce yourself like your parents taught you how to. And if you don't know how to do that, if you don't know what to say, if you don't have an approach, let us know in the comments or write Johnny on the Monday show. We'd be more than happy to set you up right.
Now, what Uncle Bill's saying might be a little bit advanced for some of you guys out there, but the thing you got to remember is don't do it if you have to fake the confidence behind it. If you have to, if you're not feeling confident, don't try to fake the confidence because, dude, that comes across creepy. Yeah, I can't even tell you from the outside looking in when you see somebody trying to pretend they're confident, but you can tell they're not. I mean, if that gets misinterpreted, that's going to come across really creepy, and it gets misinterpreted an awful lot. But I mean, the thing of it is, you can't fake the confidence. You're going to have to believe that what you are saying is going to be conducive to attracting this woman to you. If you don't feel like what you are going to say is going to do that, don't say it yet. Figure out what you need to do to build that confidence, and there might be some steps you'll have to take before that. But I'm telling you, if you can lay it down like you know how to lay it down, it's going to get laid down.
All right, nephew, what Uncle Johnny is talking about is if you aren't really confident in yourself, you're going to come across as arrogant. And people, oftentimes women, don't know the difference between confidence and arrogance. And I'll tell you what, I'll break it down for you real quick, nephews, just so you know. Confidence is your belief in yourself, your ability to repeat any behavior or pattern that you've previously done. Arrogance is thinking you can master something you've never done before. So I often come across as arrogant to people because they don't know how truly confident I am in myself, that unwavering self-belief in me that I can accomplish anything, especially stuff that I've done previously. All right, Johnny, let's get back to the lovely lady here.
Yeah, what do we got here?
My most useless skill is laying on the beach.
Damn, look at them titties.
There it is. That's awesome.
Non-negotiable. She says priorities.
Bless that bitch.
Johnny, I gotta tell you. Oh,
I'm seeing some professional pictures here.
Well, nephews, I don't like this. This is what I call the I have nothing else to offer pose. Okay, when women start doing this in their profile, it is to reel you in, hook, line, and sinker, because a lot of you guys aren't built to be able to turn that down to pass on that. You're going to swipe on this because she has nothing else to offer.
And I will bet you a buffalo nickel that her inbox is already full of messages from guys who, for them, that's all she needs. That's all, that's all they need. They already saw everything they need. Now they are going to go ahead and do the best they can to fit her mold. And I'm just sorry. I'm sorry that you guys don't get to see how that turns out for most of them. Yeah.
Okay. She says, I'm a great +1 because I'll never make you look bad. Now, Johnny, I believe that. I think she's used to being that little trophy on the arm, uses her looks to impress people. So I believe that. And for most guys, that's a status symbol. having an attractive woman on your arm. And it's weird that guys like often judge other guys by the women that they have. I don't know. I don't really want to get into that. That's not what tonight's show is about. But I could care less what any one of y'all think about the woman that I'm with. If she's following my program and she's rocking with me, your opinion of her doesn't matter to me one bit.
No, and I mean, she's going to be too enamored with you for it to matter to her too. So
I like the little hand tattoos. She got some ink. Okay, she's attractive, but I don't really like this profile. I ain't really rocking with her.
I say take her swimming on the first date.
Take her swimming on the first
Absolutely.
date.
No reason. No reason.
Hey, nephews, don't let him cap. She was
on the beach, so she clearly likes to swim, so you take her swimming.
Man, you know what's going to happen to her face and all that makeup when she comes out of the water, bro?
Come out of there looking like an Amish doll.
All right, look, Liz is obviously very attractive. She did put something into her profile, not just a couple pictures from her camera roll. I'm not really feeling it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why. Just because it takes more than a couple pictures of some cleavage and her booty to make me want to go out on a date with her. I mean, because this is really, I don't know. I don't want to judge too much on this, Johnny, but the whole vibe whole energy is not what I'm looking for. So I'm going to pass on this. But check this out, nephews. If y'all want to get at her, here's how you do it. You're going to ask her out. You're going to ask her out for a drink. You're going to ask her to meet you for a drink. You're going to have a specific place that you've been to previously. You're going to have a specific date and a specific time that she is going to meet you. Because remember, nephews, our time is the most valuable resource we have, and we're not wasting any of it, especially on some Bumble bitches. So if she doesn't immediately want to go out with you, if she needs to get to know you, if she's not that interested, bro. Now, I run into this all the time. I will match with women, Johnny. They'll like me. I'll start flirting with them. And then by the third or fourth message, I'm trying to set the date up. So I have painted them into a corner. It's like you're either going to go out with me or you're wasting my time. And I'm not going to sit here and give you attention, validate your feelings, listens to your problems, offer to help you out of any of the messes you got yourself in. We're not doing any of that. So we're trying to find women on here that we're compatible with. And nephews, you got to understand that there are dozens of them on here that you are compatible with. There is no one and only for you. Get rid of that mentality you've been conditioned to think. There are dozens of women out there for you.
Yeah, and I mean, and you know, that's just it. I mean, instead of getting into that DM and getting into that mold that you think that she wants you to fit, you know, again, that's not what she's looking for. She's looking for, you know, some sort of leadership here. But in this particular case, yeah, I think this is one we go left on.
Say less.
Yeah.
Let me check out the next profile. Hold on just a second.
My button app isn't working, or I do the Batman thing.
No, can't show this one.
Ah.
Well, hey, that happens sometimes. Let me check out this next one. All right, Johnny. We have next up, Johnny, we got Lexi, who's 38 years old. Okay, she's a systems admin at IT.
She looks like she's already pissed at you.
Nah, we're just not even with this. All right. Give me a second here. I got to look through each and every one of these profiles before I share them on the screen, nephews. Because here's the deal. A lot of these platforms that we're broadcasting on, they have community guidelines, and we really want to adhere to them.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Danielle's in here. She says, I know this motherfucker didn't say we ain't wasting no time on Bumble bitches. Bumble bitches diabolical. Hey, I'll give it to the nephew straight. This is really how it is. This is unfiltered truth right here. This is tough love that some people just ain't cut out for. But here's the
or
thing.
You could get it kicked into you later.
We want to take these guys and turn them into men. And the only way to do that is to teach them principles and standards of how to stand on business. So sometimes if a woman is beating around the bush, wasting your time, not trying to go out on a date with you, you get rid of her. You cut her loose. You're allowed to ghost women, nephews. They do it to you all the time.
Bruh.
She said, Lexi's first picture looked like she was a serial killer.
Dude, I know. That's what I said. She looks like she's already pissed off at him. Like he hasn't even met her yet. No voice message, nothing. She's mad at him.
Okay, here's a good one for us to talk on a little bit, Johnny. Because sometimes the version of these women, how they present themselves, is not very flattering for them. So Kate here, 33, probably a lovely woman. Her bio says, moving back to Cleveland in October, fan of art, tattoos, baseball, live music, human rights, among other things. 5'11" and plus size. Leftist, not liberal. I don't even know what that means, bro. I got to be honest. I'm not left. I'm not right. I'm not conservative. I'm not liberal. I'm an American. And I'm really embarrassed by both of these parties. And this is not what we're speaking about. This is not the topic of discussion tonight.
Not at all. But yeah,
but I got to tell you.
She brought it up.
Yeah. So, and that's why I'm talking about it. Because let me give you a little bit of game here, nephews. You need to stay away from two topics of discussion, especially when you're out on like the first date, the second date. Stay away from speaking on religion and stay away from speaking on politics. So she's already talking about politics here. That's a huge turnoff for me. I don't really care about your political views. That doesn't necessarily mean how compatible we are.
Now, if you really want to find out what the real important issues, find out if she's Star Trek or Star Wars. All right, let us know in the comments. That's important.
There you go, Johnny. Hey, I like them Star Wars bitches myself.
Hey man,
I'm a huge fan of Master Yoda, though. Do or do not. There is no try, Johnny.
Exactly. Yep.
All right. Kate here says, when my phone dies, I get annoyed at myself for how much I rely on it.
That's valid. That's valid, man, because you know what? The thing of it is I learned the technology when I was about 22 years old. They started coming out with the camera phones, the color screen phones. And so I stayed in that industry for so long. I kind of advanced as the technology advanced. I kind of got to learn it as it came out. And if it wasn't for that, I would be as confused as any other Gen X person, except for the stuff that I've learned, doing this show and, learning how to work the whole social media thing. So, I mean, I get it, but, gentlemen, get into the habit. And I don't care if you do it for 2 hours or if you could do it for an entire Sunday. I mean, do it while you watch the freaking NFL game. Shut your phone off and put it in a drawer and just enjoy the game or whoever you're hanging out with, whatever it is. But for a few hours, even if it's once a week, give that a shot. And I'm telling you, it's going to drive you crazy for about the first few times. You will feel so much better once you get good at that. Give it a shot. I'm telling you.
All right, Johnny. She says, I'm a real nerd about the Haymarket affair. Now, I don't really know what that is. If I was into this woman, I'd look it up. I got to tell you, though, she's sleeved up. She's got a lot of really nice artwork on her.
Yeah, nice thing.
Yeah. Expensive.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm going to pass on Kate here. But I see her drinking here. I see her drinking here. If any of you nephews want to get at this woman, another drink here. Another drink here. Does she have a drink in every picture, Johnny?
It looks
Take
like
this
it, man.
woman to Oktoberfest, nephews.
Dude. But if you're going to Oktoberfest, I mean, do it the right way. Don't be drinking like White Claw. If you're going to go to Oktoberfest, do it right.
All right. So more than 2/3 of her pictures had her consuming alcohol in it.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
that's your in on this one, nephews. Have her meet you at a bar for a drink, but don't sit there for 3 or 4 hours and buy her drink. Hey, Johnny, shout out to the young man that wrote in Monday.
yes.
About a 4-hour bar date where
God.
she dipped out on him at the end. Told the bartender that she texted him and slipped out the door.
And I mean, the thing of it is that the fact that it was at the bar that she frequents, it just seems kind of like that whole fix was on, So anyway, but if you guys want to know what we're talking about, check out our last episode on Monday. It's on both our channels, and tune in next Monday because we got more questions. I'm already kind of overwhelmed with the ones we have, so you're gonna love the next show that we have as well. But yeah, tune in Mondays and Thursday nights, guys. Great.
All right, Johnny, I'm gonna pass on Kate here, but nephews, she's out there if y'all want to get her.
Just showed my age saying tune in.
All right, let me check out Beth real quick. Hey, I love it when Bumble gives me a bunch of women in their 30s, Johnny. I do really well with women in their 30s. Damn. I like this one, but I can't show her profile. All right, let me see if I can. Shit, no, I can't. It's right in the middle. I was going to say, let me show like half of the profile. Let's move on to the next one.
Right.
All right, Johnny, we got another one tonight.
Oh boy.
Hey, I'm laughing because I preview these profiles just real quick, okay? And what is something I always talk about that the nephews can't believe that I'm talking about? When I talk about choking women when I kiss them, when I talk about how her throat feels in my hand, and I don't even want her if her throat doesn't feel right in my hand. I like to grab them by the throat when I kiss them, kind of use the back of my hand to position their chin where I want it. First picture, she's got a little choker on her. So it just kind of made me laugh a little bit. Like,
all right.
I don't need any assistance choking you, woman. But let's see what we got here. All right, April, 46, accounting supervisor, single mom of an adorable 8-year-old boy who is my world. My job is busy and takes up most of my time, but I love it. I have limited time due to this and having my son 80% of the time. I'm a strong, independent person, not vanilla. Continue if you would like a challenge.
Bless that bitch.
Okay, I like the not vanilla part. I picked that up right off the rip. However, there's some stuff I don't like in here. Continue if you would like a challenge.
Yeah, I mean,
nephews, don't ever date a woman who is a challenge. Okay, now I'm not saying you shouldn't challenge yourself. What I'm saying is that when women come into your life, they're either bringing peace with them or they're bringing chaos. And you should never allow chaos in your life, no matter how round her ass is. So,
well, I mean, but here's the other side of that coin, though, is that there's a very good chance that she's projecting. And in projecting, that would probably say that's what she is attracted to as a challenge. So, I mean, if she's telling you she wants you, she hopes you like a challenge. No, this is a woman who herself likes a challenge and maybe doesn't know it herself. She's putting that out there. I could see that being something that she is, more likely saying.
Okay, well, I'm a single parent, so I don't have a problem dating single moms. In fact, I like single moms, and they go hard. I'm telling you, they know how to cook better. They know how to take care of man. Some of them have a little bit of wife experience. I'm a huge fan of single moms. I don't like that she's got the kids all the time, because I got my kids all the time too. So if her weekend without the kids doesn't match up with my weekend, I'm never going to have time to date this woman.
Yeah, I mean, those things that at that point you do have to kind of consider. So, guys, whether you're a single parent or not, especially if you are as well, and you're looking, this is potentially a deal breaker that really has, nobody's fault written on it. But you got to be able to get that out of the way.
Something else I'm glad she put in here is that she's sober. Now, this would probably be a coffee date, or maybe like a duck pond date. Maybe we go feed the ducks with this one. I don't know. Let's see what else we got in this profile. My personal hell is cutting the grass and vacuuming.
Kind of like those things.
Okay, nobody likes to do chores. Okay, but I mean, you really think chores are hell? I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of wondering what her apartment or house looks like.
Same. Okay, what's going to happen when I go over there? Is it going to be a mess? Is there going to be food all over the floor from the 8-year-old talking about, I need to vacuum? Ha ha ha.
Well, but I mean, is she saying it because she does it and she hates doing it? Or is she saying it because she simply doesn't do it?
I don't know. Let's keep going here. Win me over by not trying to impress me with money or materialistic things. You can impress me by trying to have an actual conversation and get to know me.
Stop the cap.
I almost thought she was going to say, if you come over and mow my lawn.
Nephews, you should never try to impress somebody, because when you try to impress them, you're essentially trying to manipulate them. However, as men, we are often impressive, and we cannot help that. When it comes to discipline, when it comes to principles, when it comes to standing on business, we are impressive. We don't need to stand on our wallet. I don't need to stand on what I'm driving. I don't need to stand on what I have. I stand on who I am. And that's what makes me impressive. Shout out to me.
Yeah, see, I always kind of cringe when I see, that question is impress me by, because again, we're putting the competitor role on the wrong person here, if I'm being honest.
No, you are right on point, bro. Shout out to Johnny Dumbbell.
You're putting that role on the wrong person, in my opinion.
And
That's what I'm looking for. Looking for somebody who fits my program. Impress me by fitting my program.
Listen,
If
Johnny,
blessings on your journey, right?
Blessings on your journey. She doesn't notice she's dealing with the sensei of swiping right now. So really, she needs to impress me. You are right. You hit that nail right on the head. And the only thing I've seen,
irony of it is,
profile that has even interested me a little bit is that she's not vanilla, and she probably likes to be choked.
Well, but I mean, the thing of it is, the irony of it is her inbox is full of guys who are doing just that, trying to impress her. And whether she is aware of the reason why or not, she's not impressed with what is, being done to impress her.
Hey, nephews, if any of you are out there trying to impress bitches, let us know in the comments. We got you. We need to have a long talk with you, probably in private.
And I mean, honestly, if you got a great story about trying to impress a girl and, it ended up flopping and you're comfortable giving us that story, we'd love to see it. And look, it's happened to the best of us, especially as in those teen years, 20s, when we're growing up and mostly developing up here. So listen, if you got a great story, we'd love to hear it.
All right. I got to say, I'm on the fence about this one. I don't know.
I'm going to say no. I got to say that's no for me, dog.
That's a no for you? Why is it a no for you?
I don't know that she's enough my type for me to aspire to try to impress her. And I know that because I don't think at this stage of my life anybody would be.
I-
That's kind of where I'm going with this. I'm not going to be going to your tryout. I already have a program.
right. Well, okay. I'm gonna swipe on it. Right. But let me tell you why. There's a few things in here I like. Not vanilla. It's a little choker around her neck, and that she's looking for something casual. So I'm gonna swipe right on this one, Johnny. This is our first one for tonight.
Yeah, if the agreement is something casual, you're not looking to move into a relationship, so there's no real need to, go crazy with the whole, first impression, second impression, things like that. This is going to be kind of a casual thing. Absolutely.
Well, I'm gonna have a conversation with her and see what weekend we have our kids.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we have here?
Yeah, that's going to require some synchronization there.
All right, Johnny. Next up for our viewing pleasure tonight, we have Abby. And you know what? A shout out to all these ladies on Bumble. I just appreciate y'all so much. You don't even realize it, but we are using your profiles to teach men of all ages how to do better at dating you. All right, Johnny, we got Abby, 30 years old. If you're my ex, I don't have Bumble.
Nice.
Major black cat energy. But I promise I'm nice.
Bless that bitch.
I wouldn't
All right,
say
maybe
I'm awkward, but I have heard it from people. At least I'm funnier and more relevant than Jerry Springer.
Okay, so like maybe I'm the asshole here, but what is black cat energy? Is that like a thing? Let's Google this.
Yeah, I mean, black cats are mysterious, kind of, a symbol of witches, familiars for witches, really.
No,
So, yeah, I'm getting some witchy vibes here.
that's
It's cool.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay.
Hey, I do really well with witches, John. I'm telling you, especially green witches. If the bitch wants to go into the woods and practice magic, I'm probably gonna get along with her. Just saying.
The few encounters I've had with women who said they were witches was a little bit weirder than that for me. So yeah.
Okay, well, she says she drinks frequently here. So that's a little insight. You should probably ask her out on a drink date, nephews.
Remember we were talking about yellow flags. I believe that our friend that wrote in had that listed underneath that.
As a child, I was really into Marvel comics. Now I'm big into the MCU and true crime. Okay, not bad. But here's the thing, Johnny. I'm an actual comic nerd. I buy graded comics. They're called slabs. I'm probably going to test her on some comic knowledge. So, especially Marvel comics.
Yeah, I mean, you already have a conversation starter. That's kind of one of those situations where, you at least have a game plan for going into the date as far as the conversation goes.
Now, nephews, okay, look, Johnny, let's give him a little bit of game here. Sometimes y'all think you get catfished, and you really don't. You just don't know that women can change their appearance with a little bit of makeup.
Oh, dude,
So,
yeah.
So you have this picture here of her. Hey, that don't look bad, right, Johnny?
No.
And then you have this picture where her hair's a mess. It's all frizzy. And look, I love it when women post pictures without makeup on. Shout out to them for that and their confidence. But when you're on a dating site like this, you should be presenting the very best version of yourself. So I don't think I would go with that picture. The little crescent moon necklace, that's indicative of more witchy vibes.
I mean, if it gives you a good idea of what she looks like when you're going to wake up, next to her. I mean, but that's kind of putting the cart before the horse here. Like Bill said, we got to kind of, let's make the produce attractive, right?
I'm known for being funny and also being really honest.
Bless that bitch.
That's the only way I can communicate with a woman. If they're not being honest, I'm not wasting my time, bro.
I mean, that's definitely kind of yet another company line that I see a lot, that we see a lot on these. So I mean, I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to hear that. But to me, again, I'm not saying she's capping. I'm just saying, like, look, you should be. You shouldn't have to tell us this.
My most useless skill is I know every song ever. Okay. Well, again, I test her on that and see how much Kevin Gates she knows, how much Joyner Lucas she knows, how much DaBaby she listens to. All right. So I'm not really feeling this one.
No, I mean, not terrible, but yeah, definitely not our type.
Right. It's not terrible, but it's not compatible. So we're gonna pass on Abby here. Nephews, ask her to go have a drink with you if you want to get at her. All right, now let me preview Brooke here. Okay. All right, Johnny, give me a second here and get this pulled up.
Uh-oh. The shark smells blood in the water. Here we go.
Yeah, that's right. Brooke, 34 years old, Johnny. What am I always saying? I do great with women in their 30s, and she's already licking on some ice cream and sucking down a drink.
All right, well, then, hey, shoe in. Let's get the ring.
All right. About Brooke, this is exhausting. Can we skip to the part where we're best friends, dropping that draw 4 on each other during Uno? Being nice to each other even when we're in bad moods, traveling together, experience the high of living. No, we have to do this first. Okay, fine. I'm looking for a nice guy.
Bruh.
No kidding. I mean, of all the profiles we've seen where she was looking for an asshole, it's nice to see she's looking for a nice guy.
Works out sometimes, rarely drinks, wants kids someday.
Wait, does she love to laugh? That's important.
Hey, well, we're not done with the profile, Johnny. We'll learn here, won't we?
Yeah, we got more company lines here. All right.
Non-negotiable. Wanting children someday. I was made to be a mom.
Bruh.
Nephews, I could do a whole entire live stream about the responsibility that comes with parenthood, with fatherhood. But that's not what tonight's show is about. So I'm just going to give you a quick little bit of game here. Don't ever put a baby in a woman you wouldn't give your last name to. That's simple.
No, and I mean, this could be on a scale of anywhere from, yes, I'd like to have children someday, and I'd like to find a partner and one day negotiate that possibility. Or this could be like, all right, I just want to go ahead and go raw on the first date and hopefully get knocked up. I mean, it's somewhere in that spectrum. So, I mean, make sure that you keep that. Look, man, I don't like it any better than you do, but it's somewhere between those two spots.
All right, 2 truths and a lie. Now, usually, Johnny, I don't like this because I don't like lying ass bitches and I don't like women who are comfortable lying. But it says 2 truths and a lie. I once tried to join my own search party. I swallowed 13 bees. I got stuck on the Empire State Observation Deck after closing. So
that's a good one.
Here's the thing, nephews. I don't care what this woman is lying about. Great idea, Johnny. Put in the comments what you think she's lying about.
Kidding,
and if I match with her, I'll let you know. Not that I'm going to ask.
Yeah, I mean, actually, yeah, I do want to see in the comments. What do you guys think? What the lie is?
All right, shout out to Johnny Dumbbell and this woman right here.
Bless that bitch.
We were just talking about putting them in the water to see what they look like without the makeup. And she's got a picture of her popping out of the water, and there's no cleavage.
Or has she not gone in yet?
No, look at her hair. Hair's wet, brother.
All right, maybe. But again, if she knows she's going to be taking
got water on her face, it's kind of cute. Okay.
I'm just saying it looks like there's a little rouge in there. Maybe it just hasn't washed all the way off yet. I mean, I could be wrong.
Maybe. If it's meant to be,
I don't know.
She says, if it's meant to be, if you still want a life of adventure, finding stability in the chaos, taking leaps of faith.
So, trust me, I promise I won't drive you that crazy.
What were we just talking about? She's either going to bring peace with her,
Yep.
or she's going to bring chaos. And she's talking about finding stability in the chaos. Hey, Johnny, Brandy says the bees are alive. You know, Brandy, that's the one thing that I was hoping that was the truth, that she could swallow 13 of them at once.
Man, that would yeah, I could see that being a bad that'd be a bad outcome. So she's still alive. I'm gonna say I probably have to agree with that one.
All right. Cute little picture over there. I think that's all we got. Man,
I
I'm
mean,
on
a
the
creed of
fence.
2 truths and a lie. You know, she does kind of display a lighthearted wittiness here.
Freelance writer.
The thing of it is, guys, I mean, look, if she's I would say if you're gonna meet her, that's great. You can kind of I think it's kind of crazy she puts out the baby plans right on the profile, but I mean, I also understand she doesn't want to waste her time with somebody who's not going to be looking for that. But I mean, if this seems like something that you want to negotiate, well, it's non-negotiable. You're going to have to kind of make your swipe based on that. So, yeah, that's the call I would have to make. If I'm not looking for having children, if it was me, I would have to say no, I'm not. So, for me, that's a left.
Okay.
Sad as I
The
am to
only
see her
full
go.
body, Johnny, the only full body picture she has here is really covered. You can't see a lot of her. I don't know, man. I'm on the fence about this. I think I'm gonna pass on this one, brother. I really don't want more kids.
Not a bad profile, though.
No, not a bad profile. Blessings on your journey. All right, let me check out Delaney and we'll get back to it.
How many swipe rights do we have tonight? One?
Just one.
Man, got 2 more to go.
Okay, not bad, not bad. All right, Johnny. Delaney, 23. UPMC, went to Penn State. Well, shit, I didn't go to Penn State. I went to the state pen, but we could talk on it.
Nice. Well played, sir. Well played.
I don't bite unless you're into that.
All right.
Bless that bitch.
Shots fired.
PSU grad, Army girl, Italian girl.
Bless that bitch.
Oh, man, you're going to get hurt.
Bro, some of these Italian women are freaks. I gotta tell you.
I like the glasses. As always, you know.
My simple
something about that
pleasures
elaborate
are
look.
my simple pleasures are early morning workouts,
Bless that bitch.
traveling, and good coffee.
Bless that bitch.
Okay. I'm not really down with the traveling part, but yeah, early morning workouts I can rock with.
Yeah.
I know we vibe on a date if you are outgoing, loud, and not afraid to be yourself.
So basically confident and relaxed.
You know, Johnny, people often tell me how loud I speak, and now I don't even like try to do it because I know how to project my voice. I know how to speak from my diaphragm. I know how to talk to a room full of people, but I get that all the time that I'm loud. Imagine that. Me,
I mean,
loud.
some people's voice is scary. Yeah, some people got
My
that
hum-
voice that just kind of carries to the walls.
She says, my humble brag is I don't use social media.
Bless that bitch.
She's not out here
I mean,
posting
now right
thirst
there,
traps.
Right, and that's just it. So this is, I mean, she's putting them on Bumble, but hey, she's trying to attract a mate. I have no problem with that. You know, and so I mean, yeah, that's kind of cool. That's somebody who's kind of like, all right, look, I'm using this to find somebody, but that's about it. So that's great.
Oh no, Johnny. Man, my biggest problem is she's kind of young. Says she's 23. I was dating somebody that young earlier this year. I really ain't trying to run that back again.
I mean, She's 23 and educated though, so that kind of makes
But
her like.
hey, this woman's not the last woman, and as long as she's following my leadership, really, what problem do I have with it? Because the last young one I was dating, I was hesitant to do that because of her age, and she's like, "Look, you're kind of being unfair here. You should really be judging me on how hard I go for you." And you know what? I ended up giving her a shot, and shout out to her.
Hey,
Bless that bitch.
and this,
All right, Johnny.
yeah.
Early morning workouts, Italian girl. We're not
Check.
seeing that. I have nothing else to offer pose. She did fill out the bio. I only have one tonight. I think I'm going to swipe right on this one, bro.
Fitness and self-discipline. That's a pretty good building block. Let's do it.
Another one.
Hit that again.
Another one.
There it is.
Man, why is it that I like women with dogs? Like, I really want to go out on dates with women just because I like their dog sometime. Like, look how much personality that dog has. It's all wet. It just came out of the river somewhere.
Yeah.
She's outside, outdoors. I was just talking about how I love women that do that. She hasn't even said a single word, Johnny, and I'm slightly interested here. I got to tell you.
You just want to pet her dog.
Oh, man. We'll see about that. Samantha, hold on. I got to preview this one, bro. I'm slipping. I see the dogs got me tweaking already. I'm like, yeah, let's run this.
Put her dog's face on the ad. That's not cool.
Well, you know what? I'd rather the ad be her and the dog than her and her ass.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Now, it is disappointing when this happens, Johnny, and we usually run into a few of these every single week. And what we have here is a very attractive woman, Samantha, 36 years old. And what we often have with very attractive women is they put little or no effort into their dating profile at all. All they do is add a couple pictures from their camera roll, and it's got y'all swiping on it like she's something special. This tells me that if she can't put effort into how she presents herself, she's probably not going to put that much effort into going hard for me, nephews.
To me, if somebody does that and doesn't have the profile, it's anywhere between what Bill just described all the way up to and including possibly just a fake profile or a scam. I mean, when you have no bio, there's really not much to go from. So if there's nothing to go on, don't go.
No bio. All right, pictures her with the horse. That might be a trap. I like women who ride horses. I think all of y'all do.
And if you don't, you should find out why we do.
Man. See, I'm already thinking about how her throat, how her neck would feel in my hand.
God.
But the thing is, bro, she didn't fill out the profile. I have standards as a man. Nephews, we're trying to teach you how to have standards. We lead by example. I can't swipe right on some pretty bitch just because she's pretty. She didn't put anything into her profile. She might be boring. She's probably not that interesting because she's not putting anything interesting about her in here. So I have to reasonably deduce that this is a boring ass bitch that stands on her looks and cool. If y'all trying to rock with an NPC, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the kind of thing that, I mean, in essence, she's saying to you, I don't need to tell you anything. You'll swipe on me anyway. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of the guys out there already have. There's probably a bunch of them in her inbox right now. That's not what you do.
Right.
That's not what you do. You go after the ones that put the effort forth. Otherwise, they're just drone. Like Bill said, they're an NPC.
Shout out to me.
By the way, for those who don't know, that means non-playable character.
Yeah, I got to pass on this one, man. I have principles in my life. So sorry, Samantha. Hey, blessings on your journey. You're a lovely looking woman, and I do this every single week, Samantha. So maybe if you take the time to update this profile and I come across you in this sexy dog again, I might swipe right. You had me with the dog, girl. You did, but then
Send
you
a link to the
lost me
show.
with the profile. Pass.
Wouldn't it be awesome if we could send her a link to the show?
Johnny, if I do that, they're gonna start. I'll get kicked off of Bumble.
No, but that'd be
swear to
hilarious.
God, these women will start reporting me for talking about them. They don't care at all that we're trying to help men do better at dating
No,
them.
that's not fair.
By the way, how dare we have the audacity to speak on them?
Hey, that's toxic masculinity, you know.
And you know what? There is no such thing as toxic masculinity. There's only a toxic lack of masculinity. That's why all you should be tuning in, subscribing to these channels, and getting you this game. Shout out to me.
If you must.
No, Johnny, I often talk about how to conquer your ego, how to not let the ego drive. And I got to tell you, it's so hard for me. I struggle with this every day because I'm really him. I'm really that guy. And I need to live in my truth. But I also have to be humble and be of service. So I struggle with these constantly all day, every day. But shout out to me. All right, let me check out Fia here.
By the way, while Bill's doing this part of the show where I always remind you guys, if you have a great story about an online dating experience you had, whether it was funny, disastrous, whatever it happens to be, leave it in the comments. We'd like to read it.
All right, Johnny, we got Fia. She's 38. You know I'm partial to blondes. I mean, come on. If we're going back and look at all the women I've swiped on the last 50 episodes, like 60, 70% of them are blondes. I'm just saying.
Now, real or not, that's not for us to judge.
Well, no, and it's not even I don't really need to get into this right now. But I mean, I guess maybe I have a type. But that doesn't mean anything. That's initial interest, nephew. That doesn't even get their foot in the door. That makes me notice that they're waiting in line. All right.
It's like seeing the car in front of you hit its brake lights and you know you hit yours. That's an acknowledgement.
About Fia, ex-interior designer, dog mom, wannabe runner, yogi, cyclist, pro vacationer, and favorite aunt. Johnny?
Wait a minute.
Yogi. She's got me at yogi. Look, you know what my Bumble profile says? That I need help with my pigeon pose. So she's that into yoga where she was trying to become a yogi to teach yoga. This might be something I could work with.
Well, she did say wannabe runner / all that stuff. So
yeah. I'll turn her into a runner, all right.
well,
Drinks frequently.
Bless that bitch.
Oh, I'm asking her for a drink. Oh, look, Johnny, a picture with a dog.
Bless that bitch.
I'm a sucker for a dog, man. I really am. Maybe I need to get one of my own. My couple's dress-up idea is American Gothic. You better have a better idea. If you have a better idea, I'm all ears. I do like them goth women too, though.
I mean, I feel like Batman's kind of gothic. Go Batman and Catwoman.
All right. If loving this is wrong, I don't want to be right. Anything and everything spooky seasons, calls, costumes, and all things witchy.
Bless that bitch.
I'm in, John.
Oh, jeez. Bill has that. Bill actually leads Northeast Ohio with most ex-girlfriends who have a voodoo doll of him. That's actually
That's right. Shout out to me. Hey, I really am, Johnny, the sensei of swiping, the cold-hearted king of Bumble. I'm him. I'm telling you.
That thumb, ladies and gentlemen, is legendary.
All right, one thing you need to know about me is any mention of travel, and I've started planning it before you finish the sentence.
So I have the idea to go somewhere, and she's deciding where, when, and why, and we're going.
Now, look, if that's a woman who's following your program, Johnny, and she's on point like that, and that's what she's good at, is she's good at planning traveling. I might put her in charge of making some arrangements or putting together an itinerary and letting her see how she does with it.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like she has a good sense of organization. I just hope that doesn't like overstep a boundary that brings it over into like kind of overbearing. I don't want to say controlling, but overbearing at least.
I like the dog. I'm even feeling her little nose ring. I'm swiping on her, bro. It's cool. She filled out the profile. The yoga I'm into. So
Cute girl, cute dog.
Bless that bitch.
Worst case scenario, you get to play ball with the dog.
Another one.
All right, that's number 3, isn't it?
that is.
Not a moment too soon.
All right, you want to do 1 or 2 more tonight, Johnny?
Yeah, if you got it.
Well, Johnny, I really think you and I need to add a 3rd show every week. I think we need to bring our Bumble show live to TikTok. So one of these Thursdays, we're going to have to wrap up a little bit early and then jump live over on TikTok, bring Bumble to TikTok for the nephews over there. Either that or we got to add a 3rd day, brother. We're going to have to start going on Fridays or Tuesdays or something for these nephews.
Wednesdays are usually good for me. We'll talk offline.
Yeah, we talk offline. Okay, what do we have here? Nephews. Oh, man, check this one out for real. This is why we do this. I just love these profiles, these ladies, the things we learn. Addie here at 28 years old, Johnny, she's a TIG welder.
Bless that bitch.
Wow.
I'm Addie. I'm a dog mom and love the ocean. I'm a welder and love my job. IG. Addie Mac. Are we pulling up IG tonight, Johnny?
Oh, man. You know what? She's a welder. I got to see what this is about.
All right, let's check out the rest of the profile and then we'll decide.
Yeah.
Look at her. She got that little Hummer in the air, or that Jeep, whatever it is. That's a Hummer.
I mean, I'm kind of like, are these going to be like a bunch of modeling style pictures of her wearing welding mask and, or is she like actually a like legit welder? Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Bless that bitch.
I'd have her taking all kind of pictures in that thing, bro. All right. To me, this is bare minimum. And I'm not going to swipe on her.
I mean,
just because I don't think she did enough with the profile. She added like 3 sentences in and put her IG, how to funnel you suckers to it so she can get followers.
exactly.
And
This
I'm
is
not
like
looking
farm.
for women who want followers. Uncle Bill is on here looking for swallowers. So me and this woman are not compatible. I'm going to have to pass, dog.
Yep. Good luck on her welding, though.
Blessings on your journey. Okay, let's check out Casey here. Do I know this woman? Where's she from? No, I don't know her. Looks familiar, though. All right, Johnny, we can show it. Let's run it.
Do it.
Casey, 36 nephews. Mom of 3 boys, 8, 6, and 4. So if you can't handle the idea of that, please don't match with me. Also open to if you already have kids. Personally, not having any more. I love to be outdoors, hiking, camping, traveling. Take me 4-wheeling or something fun.
Okay, so the idea of what, first of all, of the fact that I'd be dating someone who has children that I shouldn't be meeting for quite some time, or are we talking about that whole we're a package deal bullshit where you're looking for like a stepfather here?
Okay, here's the thing, nephews. and I was saying this just a little while ago, that I love dating single moms, but here's what you have to remember. You're dating the mom, not their children. You shouldn't even meet those kids for several months until you've thoroughly vetted this woman and decided that she's following your program. So you don't go hang out with the kids after you smash her on the second date. It don't work like that. And if she lets you around her kids really soon, that's weird. She should be more protective of that, and especially people she meets on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, this is this right here screams I need a father.
However, if Cassie has a sitter, if the kids are going with their co-parent, and she does have time available on the weekends, I'm not taking her four-wheeling, but I'm sure we can come up with something fun to do. And it's all about leading, nephews. Look, as men, we're all a little bit different. We're not copy and paste. We like different things. So my point is that the things that you're into, you expose these women to that. You don't fit their mold. I'm not going to go buy a four-wheeler just because this bitch wants me to take her four-wheeling. It don't work like that.
And that's just it. There's got to be that mold that you have. There has to be that criteria you're looking for, and there has to be her ability to meet that. And if not, that's okay. Like I say, we're not demanding these things. We're simply requiring them to move forward.
My favorite way to do nothing is watching movies snuggled on the couch. Yeah.
So Netflix and chill. Cool.
Yeah, I don't have time for movies, but that's wonderful. I love that for her.
Yeah.
I get way too excited about food. If something is good, I dance a little. Turn down for what? I love some food. I'm going to ask her what she's cooking on the second date. And I'll do a little dance. All right, Johnny. Company line, quickest way to my heart. Open communication. You can share your vulnerability and listen.
Oh, wow.
Bro, share your vulnerability. Nephew, you better never.
This.
You want to tell him? You want me to tell him? Go ahead and tell him, Uncle Johnny.
Remember
why you should never share your vulnerability with a woman.
There's no such thing as a lack of masculinity in the way you feel. There is a lack of masculinity in your willingness and free willingness to express it to anybody that you find attractive. The minute a girl with a nice rack starts talking to you, now all of a sudden you want to be deep with her. Now you want to tell her everything because she'll see the depth of your character and that you're a nice guy. When in reality, if you didn't bore her to sleep, you already laid out too much for her. There's no more mystery. There's no more mystique behind you, if there ever was in the first place, because you just couldn't shut up. And worst case scenario, you talked your way right out of where you might have been heading, which could have been her bedroom or yours.
Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate you telling the nephews straight.
We've all talked too much. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, look, it's happened. And that's kind of the, this is the kind of experience we hope you don't have to have, because that is going to be frustrating for you. You're not going to understand it because nobody is going to sit you down and say, okay, we were monitoring that last transaction. Here's what went wrong. It doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. The best case scenario, you write into us, and on a Monday night, we let you know what you screwed up.
I don't know. I'm on the fence about this one, Johnny. I'm thinking about swiping on her, but I'm just not sure there's enough there. All right, what's her music? Citizen Soldier, Kip Moore, Dylan Wolf, Orange Zaders, Luke Combs, Jelly Roll, Brantley Gilbert.
All right, we got a country girl.
Yeah.
I think this is a perfect one for TK.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, he is your mother's keeper. Shout out to TK. I love it when the big homie comes on and joins the coaching staff for the evening.
Absolutely. And swipe right, then just kind of pull the switcheroo later. I mean, she ain't gonna care.
All right, I'll swipe right on her for TK.
All right.
All right. We'll do Olga tonight and maybe one more after Olga, Johnny, and then we'll wrap it up.
All right.
Because with a name like Olga, man, Let's see what she's about.
You know, she can make a mean pierogi.
Damn. Can't show her. Damn. Okay. She says, yes, I'm based in Russia, but my heart has a valid passport and is
get
ready to
outta
travel
here,
for the
man.
right person. Hey, look, I got to show the nephews this part. I can't show everything. But, all right, nephews, check this out. I'll read it over again. Yes, I'm based in Russia, but my heart has a valid passport and is ready to travel for the right person. I believe true connection knows no borders. I've heard you're so far away more times. I get it, but that's why humanity invented airplanes, video calls. I'm looking for my missing piece.
And Cash App.
Johnny, you... Yeah, I don't like this at all. I don't even know how she came up in my local area. She's based out of Russia.
Best case scenario.
Can't share any more of the profile.
Yeah, best case scenario. Let's say this is a mail order bride, and you actually get what you pay for. The fact is, you're shelling out way too much as it is. But this is probably a little sketchy.
I never shut up about how limitless the human mind is. If I could bring back one trend, it would be board games, reading paper books, aimless walks, and home evenings with tea and conversation.
English is crazy good.
All right, yeah, I got to pass on this one. All right, Johnny, let me just check this out real quick.
Dusky Krapsky, Olga.
Blessings on your journey, Olga.
Yeah. That's what then. I don't know.
All right, Johnny, this is going to be our last one for the night. Last but not least, Charlotte, 37 years old, nephews. Looks like she got a little bit of ink. Okay. Hi. I love nature, spending time with my friends, my cat, swimming, art, deep conversations, and more. The art of clear communication and witty banter is dead. Change my mind. Let's have a fun conversation that turns into a fun date. Looking for funky, smart, humorous travel partner.
Okay, so first of all, deep conversations is company line number 11. Sounds profound, but it often means it sounds profound, but most of the time it means that she just really likes talking about herself. I mean, that's kind of what that usually translates to if that's not something she's put in there for filler. Yeah, I mean that right there, and the rest of it really just kind of sounded just about as cliche. So I think this is something that I like that she didn't want to leave it blank, but I mean, you know, what do
She
you got?
filled out something. Points for effort. She drinks frequently. Send me a like if you have your life together, but know how to have a good time. I'm hoping you love to travel and laugh until your sides hurt as much as I do.
Company line number 1. Hey, I mean, it's good that she loves to laugh. I hate that, you know, I hate to date somebody who hates to laugh.
Hopefully you're also into dark humor and sarcasm.
Company line number 2, often overused, and these girls are people. It's people who say that they're rarely as clever as they think they are.
All right, and that's what we got for Charlotte. Nice little thigh tattoo on her.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I'm just not feeling her.
I mean, you know, yeah.
She didn't impress me with her
It's not the worst
profile.
profile I've seen, but right.
Damn, another one of them dog profiles. Does the dog have a mohawk? Johnny, I think the dog had a mohawk.
No. Bring that back.
Bro, tell me that dog doesn't have a mohawk. No, that's from her hat. No, that's the dog's mohawk. I don't know, bro.
No, I think it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to swipe and find out, huh?
I think it's something behind the dog, actually.
It probably is, bro.
That would have been badass, though.
All right, well, that's gonna do it for us for tonight, Johnny. I didn't even get the phone lines up, nephews. I'm sorry. We jumped right into the ladies. We genuinely like you to call in with your questions. So next week, write them down, get back at us. We got you. All right, Johnny, is there anything you want to say before we wrap this up for tonight? Yeah,
guys, just remember to use your big head and not your little one more often than not. And remember, as always, if you drink, don't drive. And if you drive, don't park, because accidents cause people.